Hi friends, MD Vegan. I'm making a romaine salad today. I have a beautiful romaine lettuce leaves here. And when I make a green salad, I make it usually almost every day. I have other variations to get my daily greens. But the green salad is it's among my favorite because there are so many different green leaves. They are the healthiest food, dark leafy greens. This is a romaine, a mini romaine they call it here. Usually the leaves are larger. So this is a mini one, but you know, I don't need that much. Here there's 5, 6 leaves. Romaine is thicker leaves, so that is not a tender leafy green. Lettuce, a regular lettuce, is tender. This is more firm, but not too firm, not like kale. Kale is not so easy to make a salad with. You have to do a lot of work. But this one is easy. It is firm enough to put other ingredients on top, and not too firm to make it so heavy to chew and too bitter and so. I always taste a little bit. I wash the leaves thoroughly, leaf by leaf. That's very important because they might sand oftentimes. And then I dry it thoroughly too, because that is good for the dressing. When you have too much water on the leaves yet, the dressing might dilute, and also the other ingredients add too much water. So the water content in a recipe can be pretty important, especially when I do cauliflower rice in addition to that. I come to that in a moment. Yeah. Cauliflower rice, I make it in a food processor, fitted with the S-plate. It takes seconds, and it is a wonderful addition to leafy greens. The leafy greens are oftentimes a starter, yeah? Can also be a main, and when you put cauliflower rice into the leafy greens, you have a main, basically. It is so filling with cauliflower rice, and I don't need much for it, especially when it's raw cauliflower. So I do the food processor with the S-plate. That's perfect to make the cauliflower rice. I just need a small amount of raw cauliflower, just the florets, to process into rice. And it makes it so nice, yeah. You know what? Before I do that, I cut the leaves because, I forgot that. I forgot. I cut the leaves before the rice because I put the leaves into the bowl and then I put the rice on top. That's the right way. So these firm leaves can be cut with a knife. That's very easy. So I put this all stacked on the cutting board. Take my chef's knife and cut them lengthwise, like this once, and then crosswise in bite-sized pieces, like this. It's a very simple way. With a tender leafy green, I would just tear the leaves apart with my hands because they're too tender to cut. But when you cut these, you get these nice pieces, and when they are firm like this, the pieces, when they are cut, are nicer, I would say. I show you what I'm talking about. A little bit critical here. These are the leaves, and they're a nice amount. When I cut the leaves, there is more volume. It's more volume and takes more space, and that makes it nicer to eat. Yeah. So now on top of this, I can put my cauliflower rice. Now again, I continue. Cauliflower rice is in seconds. Just one dance. I can't do it too long, then there is no more rice. But this short here, I don't know, 5 seconds or so, is one portion of rice, perfectly for the salad. I just take it out of the processor on top of the leaves. And that's the right way to do it. So this is the first addition to the green salad. The cauliflower rice, it looks nice. And the second addition is a broccoli. I do the same rice with broccoli, but I have to do it later. I don't want to do it together with the cauliflower because these here are very fine on top. They need a different time in the processor. And these, funny, they are harder than the cauliflower. They also need a different time. I have to cut them off. Cauliflower can have a little bit longer stems here. But broccoli has to be very short stems, and in a small amount only. Oops, small amount only. Oops, first I have to blend it in. Today I'm confused. So now, in a second, a little bit longer, I have to watch it. I make the broccoli rice. Because you get that wrong, then these tiny little florets from the broccoli, they turn into a not so pleasant texture. It's all about texture here, the rice. This is nice. The cauliflower rice is more like an illusion. Yeah? You want to create a rice-like texture so that when you eat it, you feel reminded of rice, and that makes a nice illusion. And then it tastes better because the rice tastes good, and you like rice, then you can create a similar like this. And because the cauliflower rice by itself is harder, a little bit firmer, not so soft, and it would be a distraction. If you read the cauliflower rice, if you eat it like that without anything, you can't eat it like rice. You can eat rice without anything, but not the cauliflower rice. There you trick and make a little illusion. You create the other ingredients in a similar way and so forth. So first, then the first three ingredients, and then my standard for green leafy salads is a nice tomato. Cut it in small pieces. It always depends on the kind of tomato you have. When it is a fleshy tomato, then I cut it as pieces, otherwise slices or wedges, depends. And a half onion here usually. Chop it, just chop it up. Then it's wonderful for tomatoes. Onion and tomato is perfect together. And also olive. Olive has a strong flavor, it's a little bit fat. And the fat in the olive, when it's delicious, it can help. I just make little round ringlets. Here you see the little ringlets. Here, this is a ringlet. I like this shape here. Just cut it into ringlets. Yeah, it mixes better when you have small pieces. I like it better because then again you have a little bit of creating of the illusion as a similar as the rice. And this makes it easier to have this illusion for when you eat it. It's important. It's a small thing, but it's important. So these are all the ingredients. The olives, the fat olives, they make the rice more delicious, not only because of the illusion, the shape, texture, but also the fat from the olive that is balancing the sharp flavor from the cauliflower rice and the broccoli rice. Cauliflower and broccoli belong to the Cruciferous vegetable family. The leaves grow crosswise, the small leaves when they sprout. That's why they're called Cruciferous family, and they all create a special compound with sulfur. It's called Sulforaphane. And that is a powerful anti-cancer compound made by this family. That's one of the reasons why cauliflower and broccoli, especially raw, is so healthy. And it tastes a little bit sharp. The sulfur has a special flavor. And the fat balances this sharp flavor. And here is my, before I put the dressing, I would say I mix that up because it's nice, because they have, again, the illusion of the rice, that small texture, rice-like texture, is good for the illusion if everything is easily combined before the dressing goes on top. It's always different, but here, when I put the dressing on top before I do this here, the mixing and everything, it can, then the rice, for example, lumps together with the dressing and then doesn't combine so easily. When you do that ahead of time, before the dressing, I'll show you in a second, and it's very easy. You see there is no dressing inside so far. Very easy to combine evenly. See, this is that's how easy it is without the dressing. With the dressing I might have some problems. It takes longer then. It's possible too, but it takes longer. So now I have my dressing here, chili cashew dressing. It's made with 5 ingredients: cashews, lemon, dates, salt, chili powder. 5 ingredients, a little bit of water. I don't count the water. Water is free, right? Should be free. So this is a nice dressing for these kind of salads. It's a very versatile dressing, and it's very easy to make it ahead of time. You watch a video how to make it, very easy if you don't want to know. And here, very nice for these kind of dressings, salads, because it has a hot flavor, a little bit sour, a little bit sweet. It's perfect for the greens, and also runny enough. You just add a droplet of water when it is too firm. For other salads, I would use a firmer version, less water. But for the rice, I like a little bit runnier. The rice likes the water, so yeah. And then you can easily adapt the dressing, tune a little bit to your salad. Yeah. The rice is, in general, I think it's better to have a little bit runnier dressing than for others. For example, cauliflower, no, so for peas and avocado, I like a lot. I would take a little bit of creamier dressing, maybe. Corn too, with corn, I like it a little bit creamier. These kind of things. Tender leafy greens, rather runnier, tender of course runnier. So, and this is my salad today. It's a broccoli, cauliflower rice, romaine salad. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my videos, subscribe, and be vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. I explore the endless vegan variety. It's a wonderful way to eat as many plants as I can. That's the healthiest food. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.